afternoon and welcome to Executive Talks brought to you by AC Capital Markets. I'm Samantha Boone, and today we are delighted to welcome John Shelemo, President of Glamour Global. Welcome to the show, John. Sorry.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for inviting me to AC Capital. It's always interesting to share exciting experiences and insights from around the globe and sort of my backyard, a little bit north of you here in Thailand. My focus these days for sure Southeast Asia, and I guess that you want to have some focus on Southeast Asia, what is going on here in my verticals, and also especially in Africa and some territories in Africa. So I'm happy to share and discuss.
Yes, we're excited to hear your insights on them. So, John, you have a solid track record as consultant and also guiding mostly PE investors and investees in challenging environments like you mentioned Cambodia, Nepal, Mongolia, Serbia, Somaliland, and more. So, John here has given strategic advice to several governments and has built several companies and masters a broad set of skills with really solid holistic overview of just any project. So his main focus is in ICT and energy verticals, but he has also conducted projects for other industries. So John, please tell us, what are the main trends you see in your focus areas and industries?
Yes, since sort of my focus has been more and more directed towards government-linked, government-backed, and direct government service-producing projects and investments, I see actually a quite interesting trend that the geopolitical developments and major macro trends are directly impacting sort of our investment climate and opportunities. Particularly three main geopolitical developments. One in Africa that is very interesting to see is when let's say quite unstable nations where governments are more or less in financial limbo to do public services, to finance public services, also to back and support governmental projects. When you see you come up to a certain level of stability in those nations that are usually very natural resource rich, then you spiral into a complete new world of opportunities to do projects directly with these governments as they actually use their natural resources to more or less directly fund projects. It's a fascinating way of, let's say, double finance projects where you are more or less actually paid in gold and diamonds, more or less literally. So basically, we see this situation where stability comes up to a certain level as a fantastic catalyst for these nations. So that's one trend we see is like DR Congo, in example, Democratic Republic of Congo, where we have a lot of activities these days. They actually had a coup recently, but compared to the havoc situation they had there for 30, 40 years with more than 5-6 million deaths and casualties, situation is much more stable than it has been. And we see a tremendous development with the international infrastructure investors. They are now tapping also into the enormously rich natural resources. DR Congo is actually the richest country in the world in terms of known untapped natural resources, estimated to 35 trillion US dollar. So very interesting area. Number two of geopolitical major, let's say, mega trends is also quite fascinating. Now several energy intensive industries and the corporates come to us and look for relocation from Europe to Asia, especially, but also to Africa, due to the energy situation in Europe. You can always discuss about renewable investments and so forth, but if we look at, in example, the situation in Germany with a very single-sided focus on renewables and gas delivery supplies from Russia, put them in a very, very vulnerable situation. And whatever you mean about wind power, solar power, and so forth, you end up with a matter of fact with a high volatile electricity market, energy market, increased retail prices also to industries, and for sure also directly impact our business. And the third situation also that is also unfortunate in affect directly investments from from mainland China into some of the Southeast Asian countries, where we see openings due to these in general very exciting times. Of course, some negative things going on globally, but for sure exciting times in our territories.
Mhm. John, you touched on some opportunities. So it seems like you worked on several exiting and large-scale investment projects. Can you tell us a bit of these opportunities? Are there anything that you want to highlight to us?
Yeah, I can go back to starting in Africa again, in example in Congo, where we have a very close relationship with the newly re-elected regime and presidency. We have several solar projects there, and even though it has Congo has the highest hydro potential globally, they have electrification degree much less than 10%. So with our solar projects, remote solar projects, we can do diesel substitution. We can produce affordable electricity to many urbanizations and cities around. We have a project on carbon trading that we are launching in several territories in Africa. We have midstream, downstream petroleum projects. There we are looking into a lot going on, and actually more than 20 hydro sites, hydroelectrical projects. We have also a pre-feasibility study ready on a digital safety platform that we're also looking into launching in one state in Nigeria, upstate Nigeria, and also nationwide in Congo. This will support UN operations there, police operations there, and military operations, and also bolster the security situation we already touched. So this is interesting, let's say, mobile networks where you can even have drone flown base stations. You can have base stations in your backpack. You can very quickly establish mobile and broadband coverage in many areas. I more or less always have some IT startups looking for investors and partners, and now particularly on the Philippines, also in Scandinavia. And we have access to several infrastructure projects and also interesting real estate projects in Philippines. In general, we have a big network and a lot of interesting opportunities there.
Yes, John, certainly. I think that covers a lot of ground there. So, with seeing so many projects, John, what do you think are the main success factors for investments in these challenging territories?
Yeah, it's like when you have worked in, let's say, so many very different business cultures, also trying to bridge different business cultures, you learn a lot. And basically, I think what is a red thread going through all this is like, I would say the biggest inhibitor for business progress usually is lack of trust. At one point in time, you need to have establish some basic trust to actually move forward. If you are always completely paralyzed that your partner will cheat you, you will never reach anywhere.
Yeah.
So basically, in low trust cultures, because certainly there are low trust cultures around business wise, you need to establish real trust networks, backbones you can trust, individuals you can trust, and you need to establish personal relationships to actually accomplish this. And secondly, I would say you need to think outside the box. Projects in Africa, in Nepal, in India, wherever. It doesn't help to come with very fancy project management tools or Gantt charts or whatever. That is also, of course, necessary on large-scale projects, but you really need to think outside the box. You need to be open. You need to regroup. You need to take steps back and basically assess the situation and find innovative solutions to all kind of strange challenges in your program execution. I think also let's say the management, project management, executive management, investment management in such projects, you need perhaps a different kind of breed, people that has real on the ground experience. I believe you need perhaps a little bit more versatile people that can see things in combination. You need sort of people living on the intersection between project development, project management, investment management, and startup orientation, and for sure also political contacts and handling the political side of things. So I think versatility, being an expert in knowing something from all sectors, I think is quite key actually.
All right. Thank you, John. Thank you for sharing all of that with us. It's amazing information and opportunities that you just shared with us, John. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Samantha.
Okay, so we hope our audience can learn from your wealth and knowledge and experience. We look forward to seeing you on the executive talks from AC Capital Markets again soon, John.
Thank you very much.